Hey there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com. And if you have been waiting in the schedule room, I apologize. Had some technical difficulties, as always it seems like lately, and I had to do a restart here. So hopefully you guys, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to catch up and find me. If that ever happens, that the video doesn't start right away, just go right to my main Facebook page, and that's where I'll be. I'm actually just going to get right on here and pin that to the top, so any of you having a hard time finding me should hopefully be able to find this easier. And let me just pull up your comments so I can see them. Welcome everybody, and I got sound on there today. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I was getting so good at that. Anyways, it's great to be here. Great to be live. This is my last scheduled live before my vacation. I am hoping to be on this weekend real quick because coming up, I have a fantabulous special for my vacation special. You're not going to want to miss it. So I hope to jump on at some point, but I'm not able to schedule it at the moment. So as soon as I can, I'll be on Facebook with a time when I'll be live. And if it works out next week, I'll be on at some point next week. Again, I won't know until closer. It really depends on how much work I get done between now and then because I'm working, 3 weeks all in one. So we'll see how that goes. So today is an exciting day because we're celebrating the return of the Daisy Delight bundle. I am so excited about this. This really has been the most popular bundle, I think, since the new catalog launch. And the Daisy Punch bundle, the Daisy Punch actually went on back order immediately. So for those of you who didn't join as a demonstrator, this is a little pitch on why you want to, because those who joined at the end of May were able to get this. And then June 1st, anybody who was waiting for June 1st as a customer to purchase, bam, gone. So it's always great to be able to get those sneak peeks as a demonstrator. You can join just for a discount and to get these sneak peeks before they sell out. But I am very happy to report to everybody, this is back in stock. The Daisy Punch is back in stock. The Punch Bundle is now available in my online store, and there is a link in this video description. I know a lot of you have ordered it, and so I hope that today's video will inspire you. And if you need, I'll show you what we're doing. We're making a centerfold, fun fold, Daisy Delight card. This was designed by Kathie Rotti. She's one of my Stamp It demonstrators. And it's awesome. If you need more Daisy Delight ideas, I have a bunch of them on my stampwithtami.com blog as well. You can use the little search feature at the top on my stampwithtami.com blog. There is a link above in the Facebook description. Or if you're on YouTube later watching the replay, it'll be below in the description. Either way, click on the description. All the fun stuff is there. So just one more piece of news before we get started, and I know a few of you are still finding the video if you're watching live, finding me because we had to restart, and that is that my grab bag special ends on Friday. So this has been phenomenal. I know you guys love the grab bags. It's always a great time to join my VIP club. If you want a little bit, if you want a lot of stamps, this is the next best thing to being a demonstrator in my group, and that is the VIP club. Both demonstrators and club members have access to my VIP member site that is filled every month. I put in 3 new videos. I put in 3 new written tutorials, photos, instructions, and I also have an entire section where I put about 20 card tutorials a month in as well, and those are all exclusive for the VIP members. And so that's added perk, and there's no cost to join. The only obligation you have to join is to place a $15 minimum order every month in my online store. So I mean, it's a really no-brainer because most of us are doing that anyways. You get free catalogs. I have free giveaways for the club members. I have special events happening, specials happening. It's a fun time. It's a fun time, and I love my club members. They get to hear about stuff first, and they're my little prize prize customers. I love you guys, and I love you all. But I mean, I wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't be able to do all this fun stuff. Wouldn't be able to do all the giveaways. Wouldn't be able to do all the classes if it weren't for my customers in my downline group. And I cannot appreciate and say thank you to you guys enough. This has been an amazing journey with Stampin' Up. It's been 13 years for me. I'm about to go on an incentive trip with them to another country, and it just blows my mind the things that have doors that have opened for me from being a demonstrator that I really thought I was just joining for a discount. And it's been amazing. I wouldn't have met so many of you wonderful people, so I'm really excited about it. customer appreciation also coming up. So stay tuned for that this weekend and the beginning of July. And that's all the teaser I'm going to give you on that one. All right. So with that, welcome. It looks like you guys have found me. So woo, I see a whole bunch of you on there now. That just totally, I'm very, very sorry for those of you who got in and missed. My apologies on the technical difficulties, but glad you guys have learned how to find me when that happens, because it does happen a lot. I really don't know what I'm doing here. If I look like I do, then I'm I must be doing a good job, because I don't. I really don't know how this stuff doesn't just explode on me sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But it's so much fun. It is. It's so much fun. And even when it doesn't go right, it's fun. So let's talk about giveaways. I touched on it. Let's see what's happening today in the giveaway section. So I'm giving away a bunch of stuff here. A bunch of stuff. This is, I've got 2 of these. I'm going to give these away as a set, a little bundle here. It's a Wink of Stella glimmer pen, and it is the, these are the metal rimmed pearls. You probably can't see them in the package, but they're awesome. They're peel and stick little metal rimmed pearls, and they're beautiful. So I've got 2 of those to give away to 2 lucky winners. You're going to get both of those. And these are live. This is the live prizes. And I have a Cozy Critter Hostess stamp set, which is so flippin' adorable. And this was in the last, I think it was the last holiday catalog, actually. This one's pretty hard to get. So in order to be entered to win these live prizes that I'm going to draw right after I make this card. Oh, Janet, I have to respond to that. You fake know what you're doing really well. I don't even fake it. I'm telling you right now, I'm not even faking it. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but somehow it works. But yeah, you know what? It's all good. It's all fun. So all you need to do to enter these live drawings is leave a comment right here on Facebook Live. And I know most of you probably already know this, but for those of you who don't, if you're watching live and to know how you're live, you see that little red square at the top that says live. If you see that, that means you're live. You're watching the live, and I love the infinity look when I do that. When I hold the phone under there, and you can see it like all the different infinity videos. If that is not up there, you are watching the replay. Don't worry. Just because you didn't watch the live doesn't mean I don't have a prize for you to enter. I have what I call the after live drawing for you replayers who are watching on Facebook later, or watching on YouTube. YouTube is always a replay for now, because currently I'm not able to do both at the same time. And for that, I have a brand new stamp set called Just Add Text. And you enter this the same way. Just leave a comment. So even if you're live and you didn't win, you'll be entered in the afterlife. Everybody has a chance to win. This one I'm going to draw on July 28th at the end of July. So you got a lot of time to enter to win that, but don't wait. You want to get in. You don't want to miss out on anything. And I will announce the winners. They're announced on my winners page on my stampwithtami.com blog. And that is also where you'll find the prize claim form if you're a winner. Make sure you fill that out, because 2 weeks, if that's not filled out, I give the prize away again. Somebody else gets lucky. So the shared is the last thing I want to tell you about these prizes. For the afterlife drawing, if you share, you are entered twice. Now, if you share this broadcast on Facebook, from either YouTube or Facebook, make sure that you typed in the comments shared with a D, exactly like this, shared with a D. And I will enter you a second time into the drawing. I do search on this word when I pull out the second, draw for the second, the double your chances. I can't spit that word out today. Anyway, so make sure you type that word with, you can always type something else with it, but make sure that's part of the word, or that's part of what you type in there. Okay. Wow, Tanya says she has the owl punch and no sets to use with it. Maybe you'll be a lucky winner today on the live. All right, so that's what we have for prizes. Make sure you leave a comment to be entered to win that, and share this to be entered a second time to win the afterlife drawing. Always love when you guys share. So we are going to start by making this Daisy Centerfold card. And I just, I always want to make sure you guys know, especially if there's new people on here, I always have a free PDF for you. This includes all the instructions, and in this particular case, also scoring measurements for you. So you don't have to write frantically. You can get this for free on my blog. Simply click on the link in the description above. It's going to bring you right to my resource page. There'll be a video. This video will actually be there. It's not going to be there right now because we had a false start. But it'll be there, within minutes of me ending. I'll make sure that it's up there. There's also the URL to it here, so you can go back to it later if you don't have your Daisy set yet and can't follow along until later. you can just type that into your browser, or if you have a smartphone, you can click on this, and then this video will come back up so you can see what we're doing. And here is the supply list on the back and some places for you guys to take notes. So that's just an added bonus. On all of my online classes, I have that for you. So that resource is available on my blog for all of my videos. Here's the card. This was designed by Kathie Rotti. Whoops, coming the wrong way there. Don't want to see my belly. All right, so this here is... I call it a centerfold. Maybe it has another name, but it's beautiful, and it's kind of like a peekaboo right here with the words. So when it opens up, it's got the beautiful thank you inside, and I'm sorry, I got adhesive on it because I was trying to photograph it closed, so those little adhesive specks shouldn't be there, but that's all right. You get the you understand what I'm trying to do there. And the two daisies overlap. This is a very simple card. It's great for beginners and advanced stampers because it looks fabulous. It's a beautiful, beautiful technique, and it's so easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to start with our card base, which is Night of Navy. Oh, you guys, good. I'm glad you guys like it. Kathie Rotti is amazing. She's a Stamp It demonstrator, and she's local here in Massachusetts, and she's just learning how to blog. I hope she gets into videos soon because she makes the most amazing projects, and she gets a lot of requests for videos, and a lot of times I'll do them for her because she hasn't started doing them yet. But we'll keep on her. Maybe she'll start doing her own soon. In the meantime, I'm happy to do her projects for her. So I have the measurements for this on my blog. It's 7.5 by 5.5. We are going to score it with a paper trimmer at 1 3/4 on either end of the long side. The scoring blade is the Sahara sand blade on the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. The dark blade here, the basic gray, is your paper cutter. The scorer actually just gives you a nice crisp score line right in here. Thank you, Kathie. You are very welcome for the PDF there. That is my pleasure. I always like to make life easier for you guys. Now, you see, I just flipped it over, and I'm going to do 1 3/4 on either side. And that's going to give us a score line. And if I had a bone folder in front of me, I would probably use that to burnish the fold line. But since I don't, I'm just going to use my fingers. So that gives us our center fold. Now, I don't think that's right because that doesn't give us enough room for our thank you, right? No, that should be 1.5. I'm going to need to fix the measurements on that because I think that was too much. All right, so you're just going to have to bear with me on this. I'm going to do it again because I don't have another piece of Night of Navy handy. All right, so we're going to do that at 1.5 on either side. And this one's just going to be a little, it's going to have an extra fold in it because we love it, right? There we go. We'll refold that on the 1.5 inch mark. Let's see how that goes. No, I still don't like it. I still don't like it. It's got to be in between the 1.5 and 1 3/4, which is what, 1 5/8? It's got to be 1 5/8. Okay, so this is really going to be a fun card. Now, I am rewriting this measurement on here. Score, just so you guys know, if you download this PDF right now, the scoring is wrong. I will need to update it. So I'll update that within the hour and let you guys know. Just if you have the wrong one, make sure you write the right thing on that. So I'm going to do 1 5/8. Let's try this one more time. Third time's a charm. Yeah, for any of you who think I know what I'm doing, I think that pretty much just, you know, that pretty much just gave it all away, right? I thought I had it so well done too. Okay. So on this one, oh, I really do need a bone folder. And there, oh, that was it. It's the 1 5/8 is the lucky number, although that still doesn't look right. It's going to work for us, though. We're going to make it work. Okay. I wonder if I cut this wrong. I'll have to double check my measurements when I get back to my stamper room. Okay, so I've got a piece of Whisper White that we're going to go on the inside. Yeah, you know what? I bet I cut this blue wrong. Let me just check my measurements here. I did. That should be 7.5. So that is the reason why this is off. My blue measurements are off. All right, so I take it back. Now that I've got you guys all confused, I think my scorings were right originally. That it's not the 5/8. It's just that I cut my blue piece the wrong size. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys. If you're not all laughing at me now. All right, so measurements were correct originally. Not fixing, but I am going to cut this down to. I'm only cutting this down because I messed up my original measurements. Okay. Thanks, Jana. You're so sweet. She's like, you only make mistakes to make us feel better. Sure, that's it. That's exactly why I do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we've got our little window here. I'm not attaching the white piece yet, though. I'm going to take a Night of Navy, and I'm going to stamp. Next segment is stamping. We're just going to make it all work, because that's what we do, right? We're going to stamp the thank you right in that little window. So I kind of lined it up, and then bam, stamp-o. And then you can see it fits in there beautifully. If you want to adjust it when you attach it, you can. And I am going to take a little, actually I'll just use this PDF that I've written all over as my scrap paper. Because there was a secret little daisy on the inside there when you open it. Daisy's on the outside, secret daisy on the inside. So I'll take that little daisy, gonna stamp it in some Night of Navy, and then stamp off once on some scrap paper, and then stamp it right on the top. So that makes it a little shade lighter. So it's a little light daisy on the top there. All right, next up, I'm gonna do some stamping of the daisy. So what we need here is 4 daisies in the Night of Navy. And we're gonna punch these with the daisy punch, so I'm going to keep them close to the edge. There we go. Now, one thing I learned with the daisy punch, that if it doesn't line up right away, this is my trick. So sometimes, like, you know, you have a hard time getting it to line up with the daisy punch. What I do is take a pair of scissors, trim that out, but round it around the edges. I'm actually going to do this 2 at a time like that, so the corner doesn't get stuck in the punch, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. Okay. So if you round the edges there, sometimes if you do this, that corner gets stuck and you can't go all the way around. But if you round up the edges on one side, then you can just turn it all the way in there, and ba-bam, lines up perfectly every time. So you really only need to round it on one end, or, you know, on one side at least. Yay, Vicky, glad you finally found me. I do apologize for the false start. I have to put a little public service announcement out there. I almost feel like I need to put it with every scheduled class, that if for some reason it doesn't start, just go directly to my main page and I will be there. That's where you'll find me, on my main Stamp with Tami Facebook page. Okay, so we're going to punch out 4 of these daisies. There. Okay, and before I get rid of that scrap piece of paper, I'm not quite done there. So now I need 2 of these little center of the daisies, and this is the stamp set here. This is the center right here that I'm using. And before I stamped it, I'm using Whisper White, and I'm going to color in. You know, that is a very good tip. Sandy Burgess says the punch works best if you stamp the petals straight up and down, just like the punches. But if you're like me and don't pay attention to that, and you're just, you know, messy random stamping, you can round the edges. Sandy definitely has a much better way of doing it. But the reason why I colored first with the marker, and I used the Daffodil Delight, which is in the brights, is because I found if I did it after, the Night of Navy doesn't have any waterproofing in that ink. It's just a dye-based ink. And if you color over that particular one it smears it a little bit, or you have to wait for it to dry really well, which I'm too impatient to do. So I colored first. We're going to punch it out so it doesn't matter. But if you did black or basic gray, they have waterproofing in them, so they won't smear. But this particular one, unless you're really, really patient and let it dry, I found it was better to actually scribble some color on there first. And like I said, we're punching it out, so it doesn't matter. So we need 2 of those for our 2 daisies. All right, so our last piece of this card is assembly. I have a little bit of an order. You know, when I do things, I like to do all the stamping together, if possible. Sometimes you have to go out of order a little bit. But these are, again, these measurements are on my PDF, and the PDF is correct regardless of what I said earlier. My particular Night of Navy was cut wrong, so I apologize for confusing everybody. So we're just using snail adhesive to attach everything on this card today. So snail is a double-sided tape adhesive. I do have the information if you're new and don't know what that is. It's on the PDF, and it's also on my blog. And this is going to go right on the inside. Now, what I did find before attaching it down, in case you want to move it up or down a little bit, you know, I could kind of maneuver it just a little bit. I'm not sure I love that. I almost want to trim a little bit more off the top. You know what? There's so many score lines in this one, I don't even know which one is the right one anymore. I think that was it. Oh. I'm gonna trim that a little bit more. Yeah, I think you're right, Tammy. She's saying that I need to trim it down a little bit more, and I think you are right, because I didn't cut my Night of Navy correctly. If you're coming in late, oopsie. It happens. It happens. So I just trim that up just a hair so that it will fit inside. Okay. So that is going to work a little bit better. So there's our thank you. And then I'm going to attach these 2 panels to the front. So I'm going to start with, this is the Daisy Delight paper. Actually, I brought this. If you guys saw us on the Stampin' Scoop show, we showed all of the new designer paper collections. And this one here is the Daisy, it's Delightful Daisy, it's called. It was hand painted by the artists at Stampin' Up before they printed it. They actually hand painted these designs. And I love this navy one. Just love it. So this is the one we're using today. But beautiful, beautiful paper. And this is also available in the same suite as the Daisy Punch and the Daisy stamp set. Some gorgeous papers here. So I'm going to take a little bit of snail adhesive on the back of each of these panels, and I know it's so sad to seal the fate of the flip side of that designer paper, never to be seen again, never to see the light of day again. I'm so sorry, green pretty paper. We got 2 of those panels, and then we're going to snail and place those on the top. Okay. And hopefully this is going to fit okay. It might be a little tight just because my measurements were wrong on this Night of Navy. There we go. But it still looks okay. And you still get the point of how to put it together. Even if mine's a little wonky and has a lot of fold marks in it, you still get it. Oh, good times. You could use mini glue dots to attach these daisies to each other, but I'm just using snail because that's what I have handy. Now, when I attach these 2 together, I'm going to twist them so you get the full daisy effect there. Isn't that beautiful? Just a very quick, you can have, you know, the skinny daisy or full daisy, depending on the look you're going for, just by doing that little twist. And the same with these centers, mini glue dot or snail adhesive. And they stick right in the center of the daisy. All right, now our last step is just attaching these daisies to the front of the card. And the only trick here is make sure you only snail like the bottom half of the daisy that's going on the bottom so it doesn't have sticky behind the part that's going to overlap the card. And that one's going to go all the way towards the right. And then on the top half, same. Make sure the sticky's only on the top half of the daisy. And I'm going to put that so they're not quite directly on top of each other, but also so it doesn't block the words. Maybe up just a little bit higher. And our card is complete. And even with the wrong measurements and all the snafus on it, it still came out awesome. So that I love it. I love it. Again, quick and easy, great for beginners, even, you know, people like me who are clearly crafty challenged today can still make a beautiful, awesome card with this delightful daisy set. Just a beautiful set. Lots more ideas for this the stamp set on my stampwithtami.com blog. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. She's like, no matter what. Love to see it. That's awesome. I'm glad that you were able to catch me live, too. That's our first time live. So welcome. Okay, you guys. Oh, my gosh. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the hearts. Oh, you touched my heart. Oh, I love you guys. So I know I'm going to miss you when I go away. It's one of those things that I can't wait to get back and get right back into get started again. So don't forget, I will be on. I hope I will be on this weekend because I really want to share the exciting things that are happening, my customer appreciation starting July 1st. And also I'm hoping to sneak in one more live this coming week. But we'll see how things go with getting ready for vacation because, well, lots to do. I'm sure you guys all understand that. All right, so it's now time to draw some winners. So let me just grab the prizes in case you came in late. The first, I'm going to give away 2 of these. And they are the Wink of Stella Glimmer Pen and the Metal Rimmed Pearls. This is a set. I'm giving away 2 sets of these. So the winner will get both of these. And if you've left a comment, you are automatically entered. So I'm going to pop over to our giveaways. And I have to redo this now because we had a false start there. So that one's not going to be good anymore. All right, here we go. All right, so pick a winner. And the winner of the first set of Glimmer Pen and Metal Rim Pearls is Betty Lanier. Congratulations, Betty. Welcome. And I'm glad you won something. The next one is the same exact thing, Glimmer Pen, Metal Rim Pearls, Robin Bystrom. So congratulations, Betty and Robin, who won those 2 bundles. Be sure to fill out the prize claim form by clicking on the link in this description. You have 2 weeks to do that, or I give your prize to somebody else. I have one more live prize, and that live prize is the this is the Cozy Critters stamp set. And this was in, I believe it was the holiday catalog last year. So it's pretty rare. It's hard to get. It was a hostess stamp set at the time. And the winner of that one is Angel Nielsen. Congratulations, Angel. So be sure to fill out the prize claim form if you are a winner. And if you are not a winner, don't fret. We still have the afterlive, and if you're watching this late and you missed the live, don't worry. Leave a comment, and you will be entered into the afterlive drawing. And if you share this broadcast and type the word shared into the comments, you will be entered a second time. So double your pleasure. And I am looking forward to hopefully seeing you guys over the weekend quickly, and hopefully one more class before I head out. So love you guys. Thanks for joining me today, and we will be back real soon.